Good afternoon, YouTube. Tony here from the Aldershot Coin Club. So, a little story about today, which is Thursday, the 11th of November. Happens to be my daughter's 7th birthday today, my eldest. Also, today, Mr. Barclays doesn't want to give me any 50p's. Apparently, Mr. Barclays in Farnborough is struggling for 50p's, even though I gave them 200 and something quid's worth yesterday, 250's worth. Basically, I spoke to the manager, got his phone number and everything. He's all cool. He just basically said to me he hasn't got much in there today. He's waiting for a bullion run this afternoon. He said feel free to come down tomorrow. So tomorrow I might have a big bag. But what I've done, phoned up Nationwide in Aldershot. As you can see, they've given me £50 worth of the Queen's finest. Now, I already know there is something in here that I need for the book because I've had a quick little peek in the bank to see if there's anything I can see through the bag. So this is what I'm going to show you today, which is the small hunts that I do and the hit rate that I have. I wouldn't be surprised if I find a rare coin in this lot. This money all here has been paid into Nationwide by an old lady who does it to pay the money back in that she gets in change from the milkman, basically. So I've had bags from her before. It's wielded quite a few 2016 Potters. So yeah, hopefully this one should hold something. I'm going to get into a bag and show you what it's got whilst I'm drinking my cup of coffee there in the thug mug, as they call it. Yet again, sorry about the fingers. As you can see, it's slowly progressing to the other fingers. Skin's peeling and all that sort of stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Had an interesting little conversation with Nationwide a minute ago. The cashier was trying to tell me that I can only pay in 5 bags of change. What she didn't realise is that I know the manager that was behind her, and obviously I asked him to step in and said, I don't think that's quite right, love. And when she questioned me on it, I said, you do realise I have spoken to your head office. They don't actually have a 5 bag limit on paying in Nationwide, believe it or not. It's actually a limit of paying out for 5 bags. So that's why I've only got 50 quid. The woman was being a bit anal, shall we say, about things, only giving me 5 bags worth, which, you know, I don't really care either way, to be honest. I know that there's something in here that I need, so I'm quite happy with it. And like I said before, I do have quite a good success rate with small amounts. 50 quid is a nice little amount for me. It's easily manageable. Not many coins, but still a reasonable chance of finding something. These hunts is what turned up the Ballywick of Jersey for me. So the small hunts out of Nationwide. So I'm more than happy to sit here and go through a little bit of odd change from the old lady, because knowing her, she doesn't look at coins, she just pays them in. Typical pensioner, she doesn't have much money. She goes in there every week and pays it in. And I swiftly follow on a Thursday, like I have done today, and ask them for some of the, oh, that's a 2017 rabbit, I reckon. Bunny, yeah. He's everywhere, isn't he? So that's the first one of today, Benjamin Bunny. Yeah, so my hit rate out of small amounts of cash from Nationwide, like I said before, is quite good. Yesterday's hunt with the Olympic haul out of Barclays, I'm fairly happy with that. I am a little bit saddened that I couldn't get any coins today from Barclays, but I understand why. They are going to sort me out potentially tomorrow. I may even just take a little trip down to Camberley Barclays, because they've got a very large counting house on the back of it, so the chances of them having change is very good. Even though it's a small branch, believe it or not, out the back is massive apparently, so I've been told by the lady that works in there. So you've got more people working out the back in Barclays Camberley than out the front, counting money. So I don't mind that, not at all. I am using the light on my phone today because Aldershot is very dark and dingy. Normal thing, if it's not raining in Aldershot, the world's not spinning. Hey ho, it is what it is. I've grown up here most of my life, so I'm used to it. Is that a 2008 Britannia? I can't quite see. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just double check with my own eyes. Yeah, it is 2008 Britannia. We'll stick that there then. Yep, if it's not raining in Aldershot, the world's not spinning. That's the way I look at it. I've grown up here all of my life. I'm used to it. People say, oh, you know, it's cold and wet here all the time. Yeah, it's England. Welcome to England, mate. That's what I say to people. I've had a few feedback comments from friends of mine that have watched the videos that I've put up so far. They're saying that they're good and they like them. Obviously I don't fast forward, I show every coin and I do a bit of talking. Paddington at St Paul's, he's a little bit dull in his appearance, a little bit scratched on the front. He's obviously been round the block a little bit. Poor old Paddington. He needs to get himself a push bike, doesn't he? All them miles he's clocking up on that coin. I'm quite interested the amount, you know, coins that do get about, and there are a hell of a lot of coins out there. People think there's only a small amount of cash out there. There is millions and millions and millions of 50p's out there, and finding that elusive one that I always get asked, have I found the Q yet? No, I haven't. Tell you what, the day I find the Q though, I'll be going straight down the pub and having a quiet pint on my own, that's for certain. Because we're probably 3 months in to my actual going in on the hunting, if you know what I mean, actually going to the bank and getting coins out. This is the 3 months or so into it now, and yeah, I would love to find a Kew Gardens. I know they are out there, people are finding them, I know that. I'm also acutely becoming aware that there's a lot of people out there that don't actually collect coins, but they are just purely looking for the Kew Gardens because they want to make money out of it. And like I said in the last videos, and I'll keep saying it, for me it's not about the money. The reason why I will go down the pub and have a pint when I find the Q is because the amount of time and effort that I've put into trying to look for one. Some people, Kew Gardens just falls into their hands out the change. There we go, that's one that I need for the book. Taylor of Gloucester 2018. Yeah, I need him for the book. He can sit there for a bit. That was the coin that I spotted in the bag, so that's the one that I know I definitely need for the book. Well, that was a 2020 50p then, I was going to say, I don't think so. 2019 shields, they're everywhere, aren't they? God knows what that is, that's Britannia. Her Majesty's seen better days on that one, hasn't she? Cool. Even the real life queen's doing better than that. Cool. The last video, obviously, I was looking after my daughter. She found the elusive Olympic coin for me. She always brings me good luck, bless her. So, I do, like I said, I do try and encourage her to save. Ooh, Commonwealth. See what I mean? Finding a Commonwealth in £50 worth. £50 worth from Nationwide. That's not bad. Not bad going. 3 bags in, another 2 to go. I might possibly go and see what Nationwide in Farnborough have got for me later. I don't know. I might do, I might not. It depends. It depends how I'm feeling. The problem that I've got at the moment is travel is a bit of an issue. I am signed off work with a bad back at the moment, I won't lie about that. I've got a hernia and I've also got a slip disc in my back with sciatica as well. Some days I can't get out of bed, I'll be honest about that. I'm 32 and I've got young kids, and it's not good. It's really not good. I'm on high dose painkillers. Yeah, doctor signed me off for 6 months. I didn't want to be signed off for 6 months. I used to work on a building site. In all honesty, the doctor told me to give it up and said it was doing more damage to me than what I was gaining out of it. I can't even tell the rotation of him. There he is. Benjamin Bunny. He's the correct rotation. I've got to check the rotation on that other bunny, actually, thinking about it, because I didn't check him, did I? Rotation is fine. Yeah, I didn't want to be signed off, but the doctor kind of forced me and said, because of the type of work that I do, as you can tell by my hands are quite rough and dry anyways. I do a lot of manual work, working on site with cranes and carpenters and stuff, and it's draining of the body when you're not well anyways, you know. I have been looking at other options for coin hunting, other options to get coins from. There's a few arcades and gambling places near me, so there is a good possibility that at some point I will just walk into one of them. One of them I know, actually, someone that works in there, so I might just go in and see him and ask the Nepalese guy that I know very nicely if he wants to swap some coins with me. I'm sure he will, with knowing me as well as he does. That is the good thing about who you know, not what you know. Like I said last time, getting money out of the bank, best thing to do is just speak to them. My bank probably gets sick of hearing from me, but oh well, I'm their customer, so at the end of the day, they're holding my money, so if I want to draw it out or ask them a question, I will. Oh, hello, diversity. Now, I'm hoping that there's not loads of these in here. This is a fairly new one. There's a good chance that that's one that I've put into circulation in Aldershot, because little story about the diversities. Obviously, as I said before, you can find the diversities with the lines on them just under diversity. This one hasn't got it. It's normally in that middle triangle above and below diversity and above built. I had one with a solid line in there, so it was, you know, fairly nice coin. But the post office in Aldershot had so many of these, and it probably took me 6 weeks to get all of the diversities out of their safe and move them on to other places. Like I showed you in the other videos, from Bus to Olympic, they just go into a different area of banking, so I just take them into the bank, pay them in there. But yeah, it took me quite a long time to get rid of those diversities that she had in there, and she said to me they weren't moving, people weren't coming in, and you know, as soon as they realised that they were diversities, they didn't want them. And this was before we even knew the mintage figures, so I think people had an inkling that there's just so many of them about, like, you know, they're not going to be worth much at all. But they had loads in their safe. I took them off their hands effectively over a period of about 6 weeks, dispersed them out into other banks and other building societies, and actually spent a lot of them as well. Another Benjamin bunny. There's 3 bunnies today. Yeah, so hopefully there's not any more diversities coming to the post office, because I've had enough of it, and I've had enough of the shields as well, to be honest, and I'm sure a lot of other people have as well. But eventually it will come back once the new coins are in circulation and the amount that's needed settles down a bit. It's all reliant on the economy. Is that a 2008 or a 2003? I always do that. Last coin of the hunt, Britannia, 2001. Good old Britannia. Britannia rules the waves. Well, she did do at one point. Not that I agree with all of the stuff we've done in our history, but yeah. That today is a £50 hunt for you out of Nationwide. I'm quite happy with the Tailor of Gloucester to go into my book. You probably can't see the coins too well there, but it is what it is, and a Commonwealth as well. Take it easy, people. Look after yourself. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that kind of jazz. Any questions, put it into the comments section and I'll answer it on the next video. I have been checking for comments. No one's made any yet. Any questions you want to ask me, feel free, just ask me. I'm the kind of guy, I am approachable. I do help people a lot. If anyone needs any help, advice or anything, I may not know it, but I'll be able to find the information for you, that's for certain. I'll help anyone, so if anyone needs any help, then let me know. If anyone wants to ask a question about any of the hunts that I've done, and if they've got any problems and they want to know how to get coins or whatever, feel free, just ask me, you know. Today's hunt is just one of them little personal ones that I do. It isn't like this every day. I just kind of filled this in between trying to get a 250 bag. It didn't happen today, but I'm happy that I've got a Commonwealth and the Tailor of Gloucester from 2018. The Commonwealth I don't need for the book. I don't need any of these for the book. It is just purely the Tailor of Gloucester that I need for the book. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and all that stuff, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.